2023. What a year in Xbox gaming that was. And if you want to see which games the team at the Xbox Hub rated most highly, check out our Game of the Year video. 2024 is going to have to go some to compete, but we're going to kick things off with 9 of the best Xbox and Game Pass games you should be playing on your Xbox in January 2024. And our first pick is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. We're not entirely sure where Prince of Persia sits on the hype train. By Ubisoft's own measures, this is a mainline entry into the Prince of Persia series, the first since the Forgotten Sands. It certainly looks gorgeous, clearly backed by the full weight of Ubisoft's coffers. But it's also a 2.5D entry, not a full 3D Prince of Persia. Should we be hyped? Should we be tempering those expectations? We're not entirely sure. We're tentatively going for pumped. That's mainly because Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is being developed by Ubisoft Montpellier, the devs behind the modern Rayman games. It's also using the same power set as Sands of Time, which gives it some nostalgia points. As with most things, we'll just have to wait and see, but our enthusiasm is restrained and ready to go. Turnip Boy robs a bank. A couple of years ago, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion dropped onto Game Pass. It didn't alter the rotational axis of the Earth or anything, but it quietly accumulated a number of fans. There was just something appealing about playing an anti-establishment root vegetable. Well, Turnip Boy is back, and his crimes have gone up a notch. He's partnering with the Pickled Gang to pull off a heist of the Botanical Bank. This is a gig that needs meticulous preparation as you search the dark web for materials, plan traps, and then pull off an operation that would have Danny Ocean nodding his head in turnipy appreciation. More importantly, Turnip Boy Robs a Bank takes a bow day one on Game Pass. This is far more than Christmas's leftover vegetables. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Yet another half-hearted port of a well-loved trilogy? Objection! Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy promises to succeed where the Metal Gear and Grand Theft Auto trilogies failed. We could fill this little portion of the video by cataloguing what's here. There are 14 episodes of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, plus 2 previously DLC only special episodes. We are no mathematicians, we're budding lawyers obviously, but we make that to be a total of 16 episodes. That's a whole lot of pointing and shouting. We may need some sort of rope and pulley system for the arms. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Wait, didn't this launch already? Nope, that was Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. This one's completely different. This isn't the glorified DLC of The Man Who Erased His Name, this is a full mainline entry. We also get to explore Hawaii, something of a deviation for this well-loved series. But while we're at an entirely different latitude, we fully expect a range of professions, plenty of arcade machines to find and the odd brawl. It would be disappointing if not. Tekken VIII. Tekken VIII is set 6 months after the 7th game, with 32 fighters in the roster. The emphasis this time out is on aggressiveness, as heat and rage states generate as you take the fight to the opponent. The movesets even change as these bars increase, and health can only be regenerated when punching the enemy's lights out. Clearly, game director Katsuhiro Harada is fed up with people hopping around the arena to dodge attacks. Mostly, we're just happy to see the likes of Yoshimitsu, King 2 and Jin Kazama back. It's like the PlayStation 1 never went away. Go Mecha Ball. As mashups go, we didn't predict a twin-stick shooter fused to Super Monkey Ball, but that's what Go Matcha Ball has on offer, and temptingly, it is on Game Pass day one. The mashup doesn't stop mashing, because Go Mecha Ball is also a roguelike, encouraging you to roll and rocket through procedurally generated arenas for as long as you can stay alive. It looks hugely kinetic, and the genre bending at least makes us curious, so we have a tentative interest in this one. The Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout Anthology. The Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout anthology, is a completely new story in the Redwall universe, written by the writing team of brothers Christopher and Alan Miller. They originally planned to make a movie, but a meandering path led them to an episodic narrative game. The first episode, The Scout, launched in 2017 and it's taken this long for a full release to hit the black box. It might make you feel bad for killing so much vermin in a plague tale. Howl. Let's stick to the plague theme, but rather than being rat-based, the plague in Howl comes from wolves. Anyone who hears a howl gets turned into a feral beast, which leaves the death heroine of Howl in something of an awkward position. The fate of the world now rests with her. Turn-based tactical folktale isn't a phrase we expected to be hearing in this Up Next, but hopefully you can see from the clip while we're interested in Howl. It's drawn in a flowing ink style, and it's got a bold take on tactics too, as you plan manoeuvres 6 turns in advance. This one may well get us baying at the moon. Speed Crew. If you've ever sat up with interest when a driver pulls into the pits during F1, then Speed Crew may be for you. Speed Crew cast you as rival mechanics, looking to inspect, diagnose and then fix vehicles at speed. If you're all coordinated enough, then your satisfied customer will bring in more cash, more punters and some renown for your team. Alas, that's all January has for us. It's not the most stuffed of months, but January's rarely are. February is when things start getting interesting though. Persona 3 Reload and Tomb Raider 1-3 Remastered should be good, while a couple of controversial releases arrive in the form of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and Skull and Bones. We're not wholly convinced those 2 games aren't a mirage that will fade away as soon as January the 30th arrives though. But for now, we wish you the happiest of New Years. May 2024 be kind to you.